Do you think that Vladimir Putin uses a body double?
Yes, I think it's highly likely. And to be honest, there's been a lot of analysis that have been done on certainly his recent visits to Ukraine, where there are such discrepancies, as you've just illustrated, Patrick, that would say to us that he's got, certainly, that the Ukraine intelligence services seem to believe, at least 3 body doubles. And to be honest, Patrick, that's not unusual. Most world leaders will have some kind of decoy that they can deploy in certain circumstances to keep themselves safe.
So do you think that the reality is that Putin is just locked in some kind of bunker himself in Russia, or what's he doing? And he's just sending these actors, I suppose, abroad to be there on his behalf?
Yeah, it's not inescapable. I mean, certainly there's a lot of reports that are certainly circulating at the moment that Vladimir Putin is incredibly unwell, and this would play into certainly Xi Jinping's recent visit to the Kremlin to meet with Putin. You know, there were certainly some footage of Putin looking very unstable, very shaky. And certainly one of the things which is an indicator on decoys is that quite often they will be subjected to extensive plastic surgery to mimic, obviously, their host, or if you like, their boss. They will quite often, not engage in high-level engagements or discussions which are publicly recorded by the media. And there are occasions where even their body language can't mimic their host. And certainly on the recent visits to Ukraine, there were reports that the gesticulation, the use of the hands by the decoys was quite out of character to what we're used to Vladimir Putin actually doing.
I mean, is it quite dangerous work being a Vladimir Putin body double? Not least because someone might try to assassinate you thinking you're the real guy. But also, if you get it wrong, then, well, he probably finishes you off himself, doesn't he?
There is that possibility. Certainly, I heard of rumours of that happening to certainly some of Saddam Hussein's body doubles. And apparently there was allegedly reports of some of his body doubles being replaced. And I'll leave that to your imagination as to what that might have meant, Patrick.
Yeah, will the security services themselves be aware of this? Will people, who were in Russian-held territories within Ukraine be aware of this? Or, I mean, is everyone kept in the dark?
Well, everybody to a certain extent is kept in the dark. I mean, even the closest entourage will be kept in the dark to a certain degree, but inevitably there will be communications in terms of the planning, the scheduling, the movements and everything else. That there will be those that will have been deployed, obviously, as their protection officers that will be used. I mean, I've certainly, for a number of high or well-known sort of individuals, worked with decoys. I may have been known to have worn a wig and driven off in a vehicle and led the paparazzi in my direction to decoy them from following my main principle. So, it's not uncommon, Patrick.